What is up, everybody? It's Marty, and I'm coming at you with like a short video. This is more for the competitive players. If you have any other ideas on like what you want to see, I will make them because I'm gonna start pumping out a lot of videos. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'm also about to start streaming. So if you see this, I'm about to start streaming anyway. So let's just jump into this. Smogon does this like I think they did this in December, and it's just so they can, I don't know, gauge what the community feels. So we're gonna just run through this real quick. On a scale of 1 to 10, how enjoyable do you find the current meta game? I would say an 8. Because nothing's too broken and I feel like there's a lot of room to grow. We're still early, like we don't even know exactly like what's gonna be cemented yet. Um, but I will say Garganical, excuse me, Garganical I think is gonna Garganical should be banned, or its ability, one of them. On a scale of 1 to 10, how competitive and balanced do you find the current metagame? I'm gonna give it an 8. Is a 9 or a 10? You're bugging. An 8 or a 7 would be good for me. I won't give anything a 9 or a 10. I didn't even give Scarlet and Violet a 9 or a 10. I'm a critic, that's why. On a scale of 1 to 5, how do you feel about Chin Pao? 1 is balanced, 5 is action needed. I think it's balanced. Why do I think it's balanced? Because you got basically priority beats this thing. Like, people forget that. Yes, it has Sucker Punch, but Sucker Punch, you know, can be played around. If it's choiced, which is probably the best set it has, I feel, then, then, you know, it's easy to play around. Other than that, if it's doing Swords Dance, it has to get that Swords Dance. And you know what? I personally use Garganical against this thing. If I see this thing, I'm gonna kill it before it gets to do anything. If it gets to do something, then that player must be good. Unless it's choice band, then it just always does stuff. But I don't think it's super balanced, because if it gets a Swords Dance up, you're in trouble. But I don't think it's broken at all. On a scale of 1 to 5, how do you feel about Garganical? Now this, I think this thing is broke as shit. So the thing is, I want to look at the tier because what we need to understand also is if we yeah, these are all my sets that I keep here in case I want to use them. If we look at the tier, right? What is Garganical preventing? That is what you need to understand. Now, if we keep Garganical, things are gonna stay the same. So everything, I think, all the broken Pokemon keep each other balanced. That's how I feel. But obviously Garganical's an issue because, like, you guys see it. I use block. I'll block Toxapex. I'll block whoever can't use a U-turn or a Volt Switch. Usually I'm blocking and I'm gonna kill them with Salt Cure. I think it's really good, and I'm sure someone better than me could come up with a better way to use. And that's just how I feel. I think Garganical's ability is the main problem. If it didn't have its ability, it would still be OU. Just so you guys know. It would still be OU. Look, it got sturdy and clear body. Like, this move is broke. And it did ghost damage to this Pokemon dealt with a half offense stat. Wait, what? Ghost damage to this Pokemon dealt with a halved offense. Okay. Whatever. What it's saying is it halves ghost damage because of Goldango. Can't be status. This ability is crazy. Um I think it's crazy, and I think he would still be in OU even without that ability. I think they should get rid of this ability because it's the ability and not the Pokemon, because even the little Garganical Knuckle stack, he does the same thing. And with an Eviolite. He's really good. This thing is broke. So if we get rid of that, that opens the floodgates to Goldango, basically all the water and the steel types. So, like, who would he trap? Let's think about that. Who is Garganical trapping? Well, for me personally, I'm trapping Toxapex. I'm trapping Rotom Wash. I'm trapping, cause he's gonna be forced to take a big damage, cause he's taking half his health. How do I? Because first off, I'm gonna block his ass in, or either he's coming in on a block, or he's gonna immediately be salt cured while I Terra. He's gonna take that 1/8, and then I'm gonna protect, and he's gonna take 2/8, and then he's gonna switch out. That's the sequence. So Rotom's gonna get hit hard. The Azumarill is getting slapped up. Like, and then the people that are weak to rock itself is just bonkers. Dondozo's getting hit hard. This thing could do rest talk all it wants. It's gonna lose that battle. Like, it goes hard. Goldango's going. You can run this thing specially defensive. I think Garganicle's just a fantastic Pokemon. Like, they should just get rid of the ability, because I would be sad if this thing leaves. Quaquable's getting wrecked. See, I would trap Quaquable. I would trap Roaring Moon. Because usually they turn Bug or Flying or something like that, and Salt Cure, I'll just spam Salt Cure. Palmot's getting wrecked. Meowscarada's getting wrecked. Kingambit's getting wrecked. No, I'm just kidding. Meowscarada and Palmot is not getting wrecked. Kingambit's getting wrecked. Because I've wrecked that thing before. I've wrecked Iron Moth before. All these Pokemon. So if it leaves, it's going to open the floodgates for a lot of these Pokemon to just run free. Because if they're a water or a steel type, they're in trouble. I'm going to give this a 3. I'm going to give it a 4. I don't want them to ban it, but I want them to get rid of the ability. Because it's the ability, not the Pokemon. If this thing could be status, automatic taunt. What are you gonna do? Spam Salt Cure after that? That's it. You taunt him once and it's over. That's why Toadscruel, this thing is scared to go up against that. You taunt this thing one time, it's over. Goldango, I think it's balanced. I'll keep it real. It's just a really good Pokemon. I don't think he's super broken, and that's basically it. Espathra, I never even see this thing, but I will say this thing is cheap. People that run this is like super cheap. And it's not broken. Like it's like you could just use. Of course, it's probably gonna Terra Fairy or something, and that's the problem with this. Because if it boosts up, if you come in with a first impression, you probably will kill this thing in one hit. But like, if it Terras into something that resists Bug or something like that, you're done. And it's cheap. I just think it's cheap. I don't think it's broken. I think it's cheap. I think it should be removed. Things like that should be removed. Like Vicious Rend, this is like Vicious Rend. It's like, oh, if I burn him, then I have a chance. But if this thing somehow Terras into a type that I can't handle, I lose. At the same time, there are Pokemon that can handle this thing as well. Remember, Stored Power is the move that it wants to use. So a Dark type in general would kick this thing's teeth in. But at the same time, actually, we're going to make this a 3. They could ban this if they want. I don't care. I don't see anybody using it. Is anything else not mentioned you would like to purifying salt, not organical. I gotta say that. Look into purifying salt. There. I'll be happy. Did you make top 24 round 6 of the SEO No John's release tournament? Oh, I didn't play that shit. Did you get voting requirements for the SV terrestrialization suspect? I did, but I can't say that for this account. I'm gonna say yes. Are you top 150 on the SVOU ladder? We do screen double claims. And not gonna tell. Alright guys, and that's gonna be it. That was just a quick little video. And I think that they're gonna, it's inevitable. But I did, you know, I made my video and a few people disliked it. So, you know, it's possible one of these guys saw it. And if they saw it, I hope that that's what this is about. Because, listen, if you're running something and you're like saying that the community decides everything, you should keep your word, because this word, all you got is your word. And, you know, once you lie, it's like you're considered a liar. Like, it's Pokemon. Why can't the community decide? It's supposed to be like super competitive, like super serious, or like, because I'm pretty sure like when it was made, it was like competitive to the max, but people had fun. Like, you know, people didn't argue with each other, none of that stuff. People respected everyone's opinion. Not like, oh, you didn't make these requirements, then we don't care about anything you say. Like, it's like they don't give a fuck about certain people, and I don't like that. That's messed up. And I really hope that they do more of this and they leave it up to the community, because at the end of the day, if their community left, their whole website is gonna be nothing. Okay, and we've seen this with other websites. There was other popular websites that aren't really talked about, and I really like Smogon, but you gotta separate the tournament. Like, you know, you gotta do something. Like, tournaments have specific rules for reasons, but the community, you know, people just want to have fun. You gotta let them have their own rules. That's the point of this. That was the whole point of this, to make it as competitive as possible for everybody, not just for you. Guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.